Hi everyone, welcome back to another gameplay of Infinitode 2. So there's been a new minor update to the game, and as you can see here, the 1.9.2 patch is live. And I just wanted to cover it very quickly. There aren't really many things to say, just some changes. Like in my opinion, like two main changes to the game. The first is a new feature. There is a new an added bonus enemies, which is something in level you can find, also known as random encounters. And this actually is something taken from Infinitode 1, so the very first game. And now these bonus enemies, if you want to read more details about how it works, you can go into the full announcement on Steam. And I've read it, and it's pretty much something like this. It's gonna work only on normal, so it's like not, at least like I've tried on endless, but until like wave 200 I didn't see any of these challenges coming up. So you're gonna have to play on normal, I think, and you're gonna be limited to normal research. And what happens is that as you're playing whatever level in the game, so any level, a certain stage randomly, this like flying enemy will be spawning and will be flying around your screen, right? Imagine like something like this, right? It's gonna be spawned, and if you tap on it or you click on it, depending on where you're playing, this window is gonna open, and then you're gonna be able to accept the challenge of refuse it. If you accept the challenge, this bonus enemy will be spawned. Now this enemy is gonna move slower than other enemies. It's gonna be like a star-shaped enemy, so very similar to like a mini boss, all right? And this enemy is gonna have a specific weakness. So it's gonna have a little icon on top of it, and it's gonna tell you which tower is gonna do more damage to it. So which tower to use to take it down more quickly. And so depending on how many platforms free you have or how many coins you have, you wanna like be ready to defeat it. Now these enemies, based on like the few tasks I've done, they're not gonna be spawning early. Like before at least like 15 minutes in game, they will never be spawned. So the game like gives you some time to build up more defenses, to build up coins, to be able to complete the challenge. And so like last time I did it, I think these enemies like spawned up maybe wave like, I don't know, 75, 80, something like that. And now if you can kill them, so if you can kill these bonus enemies, they're gonna be dropping some loot. So it's gonna be random things like between green papers, blueprints, tiles. I don't know if biddes, I haven't really seen it, but biddes, you know, all the different tiles and different things that are used in the game, even resources. So it's just kind of a little reward for it. And yeah, it's gonna be completely random. And based like last game, for example, I did one. I wasn't able to beat any of the two bonus enemies, but I saw that I was able to spawn up to two. So I saw two challenges. I don't know, maybe if you keep playing, you might be able to encounter more. So like three enemies, maybe even four or more. I don't know. But yeah, it's not just one each game. You know, you can have multiple of them. And that's it. So that's the new feature added. These bonus enemies. Again, I recommend you to go read the full announcement, the full patch notes on Steam, so that way you have more idea and more details about how it works. And now the other thing I wanted to tell you, other than just bug fixing and some other things, is the fact that now the bonuses on level 6.6 will be different between runs. So 6.6 is not anymore counted for the season leaderboard. And now this means that now the bonuses are not anymore predetermined. So this is how originally the level was designed. So if you follow the same path, if you got the same upgrade, you always had the same pattern pretty much. So you could get the same bonuses over and over again. And now this seems to have been changed due to the fact that I've also seen some players sharing this kind of overpower strategy in which you can have up to 4 times more loot if you follow a certain specific path on the bonuses. And of course that was way too much, you know, that was just increasing insanely the amount of loot obtainable, especially, you know, loot and everything regarding to legendary loot. And that was probably something that the developer didn't really like. And also, in my opinion, the fact that the game, like the particular level, is always the same. Like once you find a specific path that you like or that you think it's very good for your strategy, you're always going to stick to the same one, right? And this means that it becomes kind of repetitive or kind of maybe boring, and maybe the developer wanted to these bonuses to be instead more random, more okay, in this situation, in this particular gameplay, which path do you choose, which bonuses you choose, and so it's gonna be random now. So not anymore we'll be able to use the specific paths to get the best bonuses or to get a certain specific outcome. Now it's always gonna be random, and of course for that reason the runs will not be comparable, because sometimes you might be lucky and you might get like the best bonuses, other times you might not get that lucky, and so you might get very bad bonuses. But yeah, it's gonna be now randomized. So yeah, that's the main change in my opinion. So it's sad from one side, but at the same time I think it's gonna be more stimulating now, because each gameplay is gonna be completely unique, completely new, and yeah, we're gonna be able to be surprised, every time. And that's it, because another thing, just as it says here, that 6.6 is no longer counted for the global statistics, because of the fact that for the amount of enemies it was kind of screwing up the statistics, and just having insane numbers. I know right here, right, this was just too weird, and for that reason 6.6 has been removed from the global statistics. So now yeah, it's not counted anymore, and also for that reason it's not counted also from the global research. So you will not be able to use 6.3, for example, to increase the self-research, so the enemy skill, with each specific tower and so forth. So yeah, that was another change that has been added here. And then there is just some quality of life. There is now an item counter on the inventory. So many players, also for me, have asked me about why can't I gain new platforms, or why can't I gain more portals? I can't earn any more portals, and that's because of the fact that very likely, if you haven't sold the portals that you have already, you have reached the maximum. And you can see that it's 500 portals in this case. For bases, I think it's also 500. Yeah. For music tiles is 50. For specials, there is no limit. Yeah, every other thing is gonna be limited, I think. Yeah, for sources also is 500. So if you have too many of a specific resource, you may not be able to earn any more, because of the fact you have already reached the cap. So always remember to sell your stuff. For the raw items, there is no limit, and also for the platforms. So here there is no limit, because like these are limited by themselves. So you can't keep earning infinitely different combinations. Instead, for what regards like portals, enemies combinations, percentages, difficulties, and also for the bases, for different bonuses, these are almost limitless. You can have an infinite amount of different combos. So that's why instead these ones are you can earn more than some. So always remember to sell the bases that you don't want, that you're not going to be using, for selling cast maps or for your cast maps games. And also the same for the portals, the ones that you don't use, just sell them. So in that way you can keep earning new ones, and that you can keep having the ones that you really need, And yeah, that's pretty much it. So at least now players can see how many they have, and if they've reached the cap. And that's it. So that's everything for the minor update. There is also a secret code. If you click on it, you're gonna be able to earn the some one-time rewards. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and see ya. Bye bye.